Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome to World of Warcraft Shadowlands patch 9.2.5. Today we're going to be checking out some of the new quest lines that are available in the recent patch. Starting with the Forsaken quest line here that's going to be kicked off by Calia Menethil. Let's see what she has to say. With the Shadowlands healing, it is time to turn our attention to matters close to home again, on Azeroth. The Forsaken are mustering in the ruins of the Kingdom of Lordearon. They seek to reclaim as much as they can of Tirisfal Glades, to finally put the destruction left by the Fourth War behind them. And I intend to assist them in any way I can. I also know that for the Horde I have much to prove. Come, join me in Brill and we can help the Forsaken together.
In the wake of the Fourth War, the Forsaken have begun to rebuild in Tirisfal Glades. Lordearon is a land fraught with memories and pain. I'm not certain what sort of welcome I'll receive, but I ask that you meet me there.
Alright, that's cool, and it looks like we can speak to the Forsaken Dreadmage here to give us a teleport. If you're looking for this quest, it's over here in the Enclave in Oribos. Took me a little while to track it down. The little pop-up that you get when you first log in after the patch downloads does not exactly lead you right into it. You do have to come looking for her. But yeah, I'm excited to do this quest line, and also we'll be tackling the Blood Elf Heritage Armor quest line at some point. Well, it's Heritage Armor if you're a Paladin, basically. But the quest line is for all Blood Elves. We'll be doing that one as well. To Tirisfal Glades we go. Let me check some sound settings here and make sure that we turn the dialogue up a little bit. Music can probably go up a bit. Ambience. There we go. I could just be smart and fly over. Since that's a thing that we can do.
What have we here? The Menethil princess.
I have come to help as best I can, Commander.
Don't you wish that we could be in an instance where we could actually see the NPCs taking part in the dialogue instead of having to see all the players crowding around? I really hope they learn something better for Dragonflight so that when I'm getting key dialogue from NPCs, that I don't have to deal with people standing on top of those NPCs. I'd really very much like to see them. Let's see, the people of Lordearon have suffered greatly. I hope that I am able to find my home here among them with the Forsaken. Why wouldn't the Forsaken welcome you? It begins with my name. I am Arthas Menethil's sister, and I was once a member of the royal house of Lordearon. Though I was never intended to rule, and nor would I seek to. Some might see me as seeking authority where I have none, or representing the Alliance when I do not. Or some hear the name Menethil and are rightly horrified by my brother's actions. But I am my own soul, and I have lost much to the Scourge as any survivor of Lordearon. All I wish now is to help. I was always fond of Brill. Much remains to be done, but it is heartening to see the progress made in rebuilding here.
Honor the past, but embrace the future.
It's heartening to see the progress has been made in rebuilding Brill, but this is only a first step. The ruins of the capital remain inaccessible because of the blight. And here is where I hope you will aid the cause. Restoring as much of the land as possible will require a gathering of minds all working towards a singular purpose. A number of influential figures have risen up to prominence among the Forsaken. Please help bring them together so we can meet and discuss a path forward. Assemble Dark Ranger Villanora, Lillian Voss, and Master Apothecary Farinel.
For Lordearon.
Alright, where are they going to be at? Oh, apparently they might be pretty close by. So are we actually rebuilding here? Yeah, we've got scaffolding up on the sides of the buildings, over here at least. This looks like it's either in a state of destruction or maybe reconstruction. Kind of hard to tell. Don't really see I see I see two dudes working. I feel like maybe you allocate some more resources to it. Let's see. You don't have a quest. Let's go down here first and speak to Master Apothecary Farinel. Whoever's up here is going to have another quest for us. I long for the day when I and the apothecaries can return to our experiments in the Undercity. What a waste. Alright. Who are you? Master Apothecary Farinel at your service, or well, at the service of the Forsaken, naturally. I am a patriarch of potions, artist of alchemy, maestro of mixtures. My concoctions and my laboratory are legendary. That is, when I had a real laboratory, but one thing at a time. It's time to meet with the other Forsaken.
Yes, I will come. But first, behold, as my creation eradicates the blight.
Okay.
You may applaud at any time.
Oh, okay. We can do a, slash clap.
My beautiful construct!
Oh, no.
Dash it all. How can we hope to succeed now?
Well, I guess it's going to be back to the drawing board on that one. Yep. Speak to Dark Ranger Vellenora. The plague unleashed during the war has tainted the land and disturbed the dead, that is to say, more so than they already were. We have worked hard to rebuild, but our people cannot complete their efforts while under threats. My first duty is to ensure the safety of the Forsaken. I will meet with the others as Calia requests, but first you must help me eradicate some of these blighted.
Vendello, Eranu.
Definitely.
I will join the meeting. But we must ensure that the outskirts of Brill are secure.
Alright, so we're just, what, just killing some undead? Yep, perfect. And maybe we should go speak to Lillian before we get too wrapped into the fighting here. These are like really tiny little soldiers. I don't... Oh, are you a gnome maybe? Maybe this was a gnome, I guess. Guess that's why it was so small. Now, if they're going to respawn basically instantly, we could probably just take them all out now before we go talk to Lillian. Seems like we've got a pretty good supply of soldiers to take out here. That'll do. Pretty simple. Oh, yeah, I guess it would help if I did actually turn in the quest. That would be a smart idea, wouldn't it? Is she going to be inside the building here? It looks like it. If Robert can ever find the way in, that is. Here we go.
I stand with the Forsaken.
Let's get some information out of her. How do you feel about Calia? Firstly, for those who don't know, who are you? I am Vellenora, former ranger of the Quel'Dorai. I served under Ranger General Sylvanas Windrunner, and I served the Banshee Queen in death. I am loyal to the Forsaken and the Horde, and I will use my bow in their defense for as long as I have strength. And how do you feel about Calia? Some might also ask if the Dark Rangers are to be trusted as well. We were Sylvanas' closest cohorts, and even we were left behind. I have declared my allegiance to the Forsaken. Calia should be given the opportunity to prove the same. Fair enough. That should give our guards some breathing room, metaphorically speaking, of course. Thank you for the help.
We will forge a new future.
Alright.
And that's where we stand. Sylvanas is gone, and our homeland remains overrun with toxic blight.
Oh, Derek's here.
How can I escape this nightmare?
Why are you here? My little sister Jaina introduced me to Calia after I unexpectedly returned from the sea. Lady Calia has helped me confront what all this means now with patience and grace, and I will stand with her to serve as I am able. Fair enough.
Please, leave me be.
Do you trust Calia? I haven't decided yet, but I've got my eye on her. It's time to meet with the other Forsaken.
Keep your guard. I will attend this gathering. After all, someone needs to make sure Calia gets a chance to speak up for herself.
Sounds good. It feels good to be doing some story quest in retail again that I actually care about. Yeah. Feels really good.
I live my life in the shadows.
Looks like we're ready to get started. I don't think there have been this many Forsaken in one place since, well, Darkshore. But we are in our own lands now, and it's time we take care of our own.
There is much to be done.
The Blight Congress. We, the Forsaken, have been through a lot since the destruction of Lordearon, but we're determined to keep our home. Why should we give up what we fought so hard to carve out for ourselves? Calia is still a relative newcomer in some ways, but obviously she's known to our people. How could she not be, as the sister of Arthas himself? I hope we can move forward, and that she can really help. Her voice could be a powerful one if she really, truly committed to the people.
Do not linger. My blade stays sharp. All right. What are we going to do about the plague in the Undercity?
Don't you mean what are we going to do about...
It'd be so nice to get all this without the other players scurrying about.
We should focus on the blight.
Ugh.
Farinell,
It's a missed opportunity.
Do we have any more of your plague eaters?
This is my last one! And it's a puny thing. I can make more, but to be effective, they must be formulated to survive the plague!
If I may, our allies in the Shadowlands might be able to provide insight.
Oh no.
In particular, the Plague Lords of Maldraxxus.
Oh, they had to work in the Shadowlands. Oh no. Abort! Abort! I don't want to go back to the Shadowlands, man. I want to keep it right here. Yeah, they missed big opportunities by not just phasing out other players. When you click on Lillian to begin, it should put you in your own phase. You shouldn't have to see people's pets and people standing on top of the NPCs who are talking. It's fine if they can't do full cutscenes. I get it. That takes a lot more production, a lot more time, a lot more money. But please, for the love of God, clear the other players out when I'm listening to a key cutscene.
We all have our duty.
Let's see. What do you propose?
You find peace within. Master Apothecary, what do you need to make your creation stronger?
Nothing less than a pure, undiluted sample of that plague. From deep within its reaches.
Very well. I will help acquire that sample for you.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. We're running over here now, even though she's not there yet.
That is one solution.
Oh, we're not done talking.
Succeed.
Perfect, I'm glad I ran away. Is that it? She won't succeed? Okay, cool. That's the other thing. Like, just not knowing when characters are going to stop talking is bad. You run away and the cutscene's still happening. Not really the best way to experience the story.
Light's blessing upon you.
I expected that my presence might cause friction, but I'm grateful to Lillian for her mediation and for giving me the chance to show that I am committed to helping the Forsaken people. But now I must prove it.
Honor the past, but embrace the future.
I promised that I would help, and I shall. We need that pure sample of the plague afflicting Lordearon, but we cannot put anyone else at risk. Come with me. I will call forth a shield of holy light to safeguard us deep into the blighted area so that we can collect the sample. This will require my full focus. I'll trust you to protect us from anything that might try to stop us. Are you with me?
For Lordearon.
Oh, as long as we're not going to Maldraxxus right now, I'm with you. Let's, are we gonna move, or let's get that plague sample? Yep, let's go.
Stay close, and be wary. I can't hold back the effects of the blight for long, and we don't know what threats are lurking out there.
Well, we can see some of them. Definitely can see some of them.
The toxicity is overwhelming.
Oh, don't stop for us. I'm gonna try to stay within her bubble as we fight. I can't really see much because of the green particle effects. Like, everything is so bright, but I'll try to make do. The music is really kicking out.
This should be far enough. Hurry! Get the sample.
Alright, sampling, sampling, sampling.
That's it. We need to get back. My shield is starting to fail.
Hold it together. We're a paladin. We could potentially help you with the shielding. I mean, if you were to ask nicely.
Keep fighting.
Ooh, the shield's getting smaller. Okay, let's try to stay inside of it. I think we're gonna make it.
Well, I'll be.
She did it and survived.
She did, and you did not think she was going to. That's something you don't see every day.
We have the blight sample. Now to bring it to the
Oh, we
Plague
do
Lords
have
of
to take it
Maldraxxus.
to... Oh, gosh.
I
Okay.
hope you're right about their expertise, Lady Menethil. This could give us a fighting chance to restore the city.
There is much to be done. I'll accompany Calia along with our friend here. Farinel, we'll need to bring your last Plague Eater with us too.
Do be careful with it. Should these Plague Lords boast of its resilience, the apothecaries can replicate it many times over.
Cool. Okay, let's consult our allies. I hope Calia is right about these Lords of Maldraxxus, that they know how to deal with this sort of powerful plague. We've only got one Plague Eater left, too, but Farinel says he can replicate more of them as long as they're strong enough to survive. Let's go to the Shadowlands. Words that we never wanted to hear again. Yeah, take the portal from Dragonmaw Port to Orgrimmar. Oh, jeez. Instead, guys, I think I'm gonna wait a few minutes on my hearth here, and we're gonna do it that way. I'll do a little cut here, and we'll just use the hearthstone. All right, here we are. Yeah, having to come through this zone again and actually run through on foot, reminding me of how much I dislike all the zones in the Shadowlands, and in fact the entire level design philosophy. Kinda wish they had just let us stay on Azeroth for this one. I understand from a creative perspective wanting to use some of this, but...
for your aid, Margrave.
Maw Walker, I sensed you had a part to play in this. Step forward.
You carry a rather nasty example of the unchecked and unfettered ambition of a plague maker. I trust the creator of this monstrosity has already been purged. What would you ask of the House of Maldraxxus?
For Maldraxxus.
The one with the knowledge you seek is a survivor of the House of Plagues. You already know him. Plague Deviser Merileth may not be the most lucid of conversationalists, but he will know what to do with your plague. Find him near the ruins of that fallen house, but be wary. Many things lurking there could end your existence without a hint of concern.
Claim victory at any price.
Before I take my leave, Margrave, may I speak to you concerning the nature of undeath?
You will find no one with greater knowledge on the subject than I, mortal. Proceed.
The Forsaken were raised through necromancy, and this shared origin has provided them a sense of unity. I, however, was raised by the light. That difference has caused me to wonder if I can ever truly find a place among them.
Necromancy is the art of animating unliving flesh. Here in Maldraxxus, we use the magic of death to accomplish our craft. But whether these rituals are empowered by death, or light, or any other magic, necromancy is necromancy. You perceive a difference where there is none, child.
Then perhaps I have found my purpose. Thank you, Margrave. Your perspective has been a great help.
Can you make it stronger?
Any new ideas for a plague?
Your little friend there looks hungry. No, not to worry. I know just what to feed it. Soon it will grow big and strong and be able to eat all of the plague it can. There are various concoctions nearby that will give it bolstering properties, and every color is a different flavor. I will take the plague sample you brought me deeper into the House of Plagues to see what else we can learn. Meet me there and let your plague eater dine in style.
Farewell, apprentice. Everything you need can be found in the House of Plagues. Let's get this sample of yours ready for testing.
Okay.
Did he just walk into... Oh, never mind. I'd better give him some cover. Meet you farther in.
The House of Plagues has suffered calamity.
I will call
go
upon
ahead.
the light to shield you from the caustic fog.
Oh, good.
Be careful.
The House of Plagues has suffered calamity, much like Lordearon. I hope that our work and effort here will reverse some of that destruction. But first, we must reach further into the House of Plagues so we can strengthen the capabilities of Farinel's Plague Eater. Any slime or creature you slay will surely help it gain fortitude.
May you find peace within.
So we have to fill the bar. I'm hoping this shield stops us from turning into like the abomination thing if we stay in the muck for too long.
While you bolster your little friend, I'll see what I can learn about your plague sample.
Alright, this next one is going to be up the stairs over here. Let's probably tag some of these, it'd be a good idea.
oh my, what a pernicious little strain. Let's give it some body and study its characteristics. What? Ouch!
Devisor! Oh, blast it! The plague sample turned on him. Hurry and get over here!
With the Margrave's help, anything is possible.
Did you see that? What a fearsome plague sample you brought me. It hit me in the head and quite nearly killed your friends. Marvelous.
Enjoy your field research.
No, I didn't see any of that because it happened when I was way over there because they set up their queues to go off way too early.
Light's blessing upon you.
The Plague Eater is looking somewhat stronger already. I think Master Apothecary Farinal would be pleased.
Honor the past, but embrace the future.
What a nasty little plague you've brought me, apprentice. Must have been concocted by a true sadist. To study the sample, I gave it form, but the ungrateful thing turned on me and attacked completely unprovoked. It shuffled a bit further into the house. I hate to say it, but I believe this one must be put down before it is allowed to grow any stronger or larger. Look on the bright side, if your Plague Eater manages to survive, it'll be attuned to your particularly terrible form of blight.
That plague sample you brought put up quite a fight. I'm afraid you'll have to deal with it now.
Take the Plague Eater with you. If it survives that monstrosity, we'll know we've got the right formula. What is it you ask?
Despite all the trouble that sample gave us, I think I actually have a little bit of hope now. We've strengthened our Plague Eater, and now it looks ready to take on a much, much bigger meal. Let's get it back to Farinal. He said he can replicate its properties and disperse the Plague Eaters all across the ruins. Then maybe, just maybe, we can set foot in our home again. Here, take my Hearthstone. It will bring you back to Brill.
Calia and
that's
I
amazing.
will get the Plague Eater to the apothecaries. Use my Hearthstone and meet us back in Tirisfal.
Alright, that
It
is
was
awesome.
Wonderful seeing you again.
I
my
wish I could say the
apprentice.
same, buddy, but I
Do
can't.
remember to visit.
No, I will never visit again unless they force me to. But let's get back to Azeroth, please.
am forsaken. We have replicated and loaded my improved Plague Eaters. We are ready to deploy.
Master Apothecary, you should know that the blight sample we took to Maldraxxus took form and became aggressive.
Really? I suppose that should make it easier to kill. Ingenious! Wish I'd thought of that. Do you need something?
Wonderful. Not only did you manage not to lose my Plague Eater, you brought it back stronger than ever. Now, witness the genius and rapidity of my machines. There will be more than enough Plague Eaters to spread across the surface of the Undercity.
A little of this, a little of that.
The time has come. By the light, I pray our plan works. Master Apothecary Farinel's wagons have reproduced the Plague Eaters many times over, and the bats are ready to deploy them. If you see a place where our forces could spread even more of the remedy, you can signal them with a flare. Take to the skies, and let's put an end to this blight for Lordearon and for the Forsaken.
May all our efforts have come to this. I pray our strategy works.
My forces will join you in the skies to help with any unforeseen side effects.
Alright, let's do it. We've got deploy, unleash a Plague Eater, call Bat Riders, direct a bombardment to a targeted location. Yeah, I really don't know what to do, so I'm just gonna start spamming these guys, I suppose.
It's working! The Plague Eaters are consuming the blight!
I guess we need to aim for these little
They've
things
eaten
over
their
here.
fill, and now they're gathering up in the middle of the ruins?
Keep going! Whatever happens, we will be ready.
The Plague Eaters have merged into a gigantic monstrosity! Kill it! Kill it now!
Now we have a Shadow Bolts and Shadow Conflagration. That's on an 8-second cooldown. Maybe we need to keep a shield up on ourselves so we don't take a bunch of damage.
Did it! What a fight! Meet us down in the courtyard now that the ruins are clearing.
Seemed pretty easy. We did it. By working together, we've cleared the surface level of the deadly plague cloud. It will take more time to clean up the lower reaches of Undercity, but it's a fine start.
There is much to be done.
By combining our knowledge and expertise, we've restored the surface of the Undercity to the Forsaken. It was only possible by setting aside our distrust and acting for the good of our people. Now it's time to make this council official. We are no longer the same undead that followed and served Sylvanas Windrunner. From here on, we lead ourselves with the same spirit of independence and pride we've had since we reclaimed our free will. It's time for a new future with new leadership.
No more excuses. No more Banshee Queen. The Forsaken have many different points of view, and we should be led by a council, not a single ruler.
Agreed.
My fellow Dark Rangers and I are with you.
Are we really going to trust a Menethil on the council?
I cannot escape the shadows of my past, but I have no desire for a throne. My place is here among you, and I vow to serve all our people.
I take you at your words, Lady Menethil. And we, the apothecaries, will help shape our brighter future.
Then it's settled. We are the Desolate Council. We are the Forsaken.
All right.
We all have our duty.
I'm greatly honored that they have accepted me as part of the new leadership of the Forsaken. I swear that I will do my best to protect and preserve the people, no matter where they come from or what form of undeath has created them.
For Lordearon.
Nice.
We have
So
much to do.
many memories.
May your aim be true.
Are we gonna have like a stay a while and listen here? I'm gonna follow her until she disappears.
Light's blessing upon you.
And that's it. She walks up, approaches the throne, and disappears. For years, we Dark Rangers worked as agents of the Banshee Queen. Now, under the leadership of the new Forsaken Council, we serve a greater cause, shaping our people's future. We cannot be certain what lies ahead, but I vow that the Dark Rangers will do everything in our power to defend this kingdom. Your aid was crucial in helping us cleanse the ruins of Lordearon. Take this with our thanks.
When we dark fallen elves were raised into undeath, Silvermoon shunned us. All that we knew, all that we loved, had been lost. In time, we found a place here within the ruins of Lordearon. But after it was blighted in the war, we feared we had lost this home too. Today, we not only reclaimed our legacy, we began a new path forward. And for aiding our cause, we owe you a great debt. Together with all the Forsaken, we will build a future here. You will always be welcome among the Dark Rangers, friend.
All right.
Adiel Shala. Farewell.
Well, I'm not sure where this is going. Let's talk to Lillian.
Blades stay sharp.
A walk with ghosts. Reclaiming these ruins means a lot to the Forsaken, especially since the war ended. Our people have needed something to hold on to give us purpose in the wake of everything that's happened to us. I saw Calia walk towards the throne room. That place holds many memories for her, many ghosts. We should check on her.
Do not linger.
Oh, a cutscene. I was not expecting this.
Within this hall, we shared ceremonies, celebrations, and tragedy. I loved my family, and on one fateful day, I lost them all. Now I am all that remains of the once proud Menethil line. The last heir to a legacy that ended in shame.
So you ran away from the pain. I did too. But it was only when I stopped running that I understood. Those people out there, they're my family now.
But will they ever truly accept me, bearing a name forever stained by a brother's sins? Just as these flagstones are stained by my father's blood.
We are all the same here, Calia. Seeking our place, despite everything we've lost. But it's a long road, and we will need your help.
Then, let us find our place together.
As Forsaken.
That was really good. They had the new lip syncing going, the camera angles were nice, the voice acting was of course as always top notch, but having that new lip syncing for these types of cutscenes is huge. I hope we see more and more of that, especially in Dragon Blight. I want to see more cutscenes just like that. Every time they're doing a little listen thing where the NPCs are just standing and talking at each other, I want to see a cutscene instead. That's going to help so much with immersion if they can do that more often.
Light's blessing upon you.
Thank you, you have helped so much. From here, I believe the Forsaken will rebuild and solidify their identity, not just as former denizens of Lordearon, but as their own people, a people I am proud to be one of.
Honor the past, but embrace the future.
And that looks like it's it. Got the Return to Lordearon quest. I was kind of hoping the Dark Ranger quest would chain into something, you know, like getting access to play Dark Rangers. But that's not happening yet here today. But yeah, overall, I think the entire scenario was really good. Everything was pretty fun, pretty enjoyable. I didn't really care for having to go back to the Shadowlands, but, you know, I can see that they would feel the need to kind of use some of that lore in their current storytelling and not just let all of it languish. And we weren't there for very long. We did spend most of our time back in Azeroth, so yeah, overall, pretty happy with everything so far. So that's the Lordearon questline. I guess the other questline that we're going to be doing is going to be the Blood Elf questline, which I'm assuming is going to start over in Silvermoon. But yeah, thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate you hanging out, clicking on the video. If you could leave a like on the video, that would help me out a lot. And if you enjoyed the content and you want to see more World of Warcraft content, consider subscribing to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Until next time, take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other. And we will see you back here again really soon. Bye now.